Hey folks, and welcome to the League Cricket preview for the weekend of Saturday, the 22nd of May. Looks like we might have some better weather than we've had previously, so fingers crossed for that. So starting as normal with the Northern League, and the fixtures are Fleetwood v Morecambe, Garstang v Chorley, Lancaster v Blackpool, Leyland v Kendal, Longridge v St Anne's, and Netherfield v Fulwood. I think the standout game of the day there is Netherfield v Fulwood. I'd expect a pretty tight game there. Can Abe Negi of Fulwood find his explosive form with the bat again? And he's also been getting some wickets, so he's a decent all-rounder. Netherfield have got good variation in the bowling attack. They've also got fairly solid batting. I think it's going to be a tight game. It's interesting to see how Richie Forsyth gets on. I've known Richard for a lot of years. He used to play at Carnforth, and also he's been captain at Sefton Park in the Liverpool competition. Good standard, that. I knew him more for his batting, but his bowling seems to come on as well. So interesting to see how he gets on there. Be a good track at Netherfield. The Fulwood Pro Negi, he'll fancy bowling and batting on that. Interesting game there. I'll just edge towards Netherfield probably slightly, but not too comfortably, but probably slight edge to Netherfield there. I tend to like the way they do things, to be fair. Usually captained quite well. They've had the changes, obviously, but I think I'd stick with Netherfield there. So that's 2v3 in that division, so that's interesting. Palace Shield, the games are Eccleston v Fylde, Great Eccleston v Croston, Penrith v South Shore, Penwortham v Barrow, Preston v Kirkham and Wesham, and Thornton Cleveland's against Vernon Carers. Some interesting games there. But the one I've picked out is 3v1. That's Thornton Cleveland's and Vernon Carers. Now, I saw Vernon Carers a couple of weeks ago. Wasn't that impressed with them last week. They lost to Preston, so they've got a bit of making up to do. Thornton Cleveland's have had a good steady start, so they're sort of chugging along, doing all right. But I think important for Vernon's will be the batting of Matthew Stevenson and the bowling of Jacob Holland. They both started well. Stevenson's had a ton, and Holland's had a good few wickets. I think that's important for them, and I'd take Vernon Carers to edge that one. And then in the Westmoreland League, we've got games on Saturday and Sunday here. So Saturday, Arnside v Trimple. That's ageing Arnside at home to, I suppose you could say, ageing Trimple in a couple of respects, to be fair. So we've got that. And then we've got Bear v Heysham, Carnforth v Wharton. That's a good local derby, that. Might not be as competitive as normal, but we'll see. They're at opposite ends of the table. Milnthorpe v Shire's Head. That'll be a decent game. Silverdale v Sedgwick and Westgate v Burnieside. That's on Saturday. And on Sunday, we've got Sedbergh School versus Westgate. So Westgate have got a really good chance here. They're 4 points behind the kind of notional leaders, Carnforth, because we discount Sedbergh School at the top there, because they're only playing half a season. So Westgate are 4 behind notional leaders, Carnforth, and they got 2 games this weekend. So decent chance there. They're playing on the Saturday. They play Burnieside, who are next to bottom. Without a win yet, they've only got they've got 12 points, but only because they've been rained off twice. So that's interesting, and we'll see what Sedbergh School make of Westgate and their tenacious attitude on Sunday. See whether Zach can get his line and length right on that good pitch up there, and I'm sure Dylan can get some decent bounce, and he'll also enjoy batting on there. Perfect track for him. I think this might be Sedbergh School's toughest game yet. I'd predict that. But my game of the day in the Westmoreland League is 8v7, Silverdale against Sedgwick. Now, Silverdale got 28 and Sedgwick have got 31, so they're quite closely grouped together. I would say both teams have had a fair start to the season. Silverdale, I would have thought, would be quite happy to be sort of mid-table at the minute. Sedgwick will be looking to push on up the table. I thought Sedgwick might be one of the teams at the start. A win here would certainly, for Silverdale, would take them well clear of the relegation spots. So they're 16 points clear of it now. So another win would sort of cement it, and that'd finish it. They'd be completely safe for the whole season then. But a win for Sedgwick would shove them right up, probably into the top half, and get them up to where they want to be. Key for Silverdale's they're pretty decent bowling attack. I think it's all right. Steve Beck's been getting wickets. Phil Mason's been plugging in with some wickets as well. I think they've been doing quite well. They bowl better at home, and they're at home again here today. But key for Sedgwick, for me, is Lee Tattersall now. I've known Lee for a lot of years. Firstly, when I was umpiring sort of 10 years ago, I think he was playing at, I'm not sure, I thought he might have been playing at Burnside then. Could have been, but he was playing up that way. He's since played for Leven Valley, and very surprisingly, to his extreme surprise, I actually played against him a couple of years ago, and that freaked him out totally. He wasn't expecting that. He's a good all-rounder, currently playing for Sedgwick, seems to have settled in there nicely. Good medium pacer, gets wickets, batting, gets runs, steady batter. I like him, he's a nice lad. I've always got time for Lee Tattersall. I think he might be the edge on the day. I'd fancy Sedgwick to just nick that one at Silverdale in probably what's going to be a moderately sort of low scoring game. I would guess maybe you might get 140 versus 120, something like that. But look for Sedgwick to win at Silverdale, I think, just about. On a further note, those of you who've got teams involved in the Lancashire Cup over the 3 leagues, good luck to you on Sunday. I'm not going to go through the fixtures. We all know what the fixtures are. So best of luck to you in the Lancashire Cup. Do your leagues proud, and look forward to doing the results show on Sunday morning. Keep up the good work, getting the results on as quickly as you possibly can, and I look forward to seeing you all then. Thanks very much, folks.